It was a quiet autumn evening in one of Long Island's wealthiest neighborhoods. Inside a sprawling home on Middle Lane, millionaire Ted Ammon settled in for the night. The house was silent, the security system off, and everything seemed perfectly normal. By morning, that sense of calm was shattered. What investigators discovered in Ted's bedroom stunned the Hamptons, revealing a story filled with greed, jealousy, and betrayal, one that involved someone far closer to Ted than anyone could have imagined. Ted, born Robert Theodore Ammon on August 30th, 1949, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, grew up in a family that valued ambition. His father, Robert, worked as a pension coordinator, while his mother, Betty Lee, encouraged her children to dream big and work hard. Ted had an older sister, Sandy, who was both a playmate and a friendly rival. Even as a child, Ted's talents were clear. He could master a piano song after hearing it just once, impressing everyone around him. He excelled in school, sports, and anything he tried. Childhood summers were spent in New Jersey shore towns, while family trips took them to Iowa. Later, the family moved to Aurora, New York, for his father's new job. Ted adapted easily, quickly becoming popular at his new school. Friends admired him, teachers praised him, and girls were drawn to his charm. In 1967, Ted enrolled at Bucknell University, initially studying architecture before switching to economics. He thrived academically and socially, joining a fraternity, playing varsity lacrosse, and even becoming student body president. After graduation in 1971, he began a career with Bank of America's executive training program. Ted's intelligence and discipline were exceptional. Without attending law school, he studied on his own and passed the New York bar exam on his first attempt. During this time, he met Randy Day, and in 1973, they married. Work soon took them overseas to London, where their careers flourished. But the pressures of work and distance strained their marriage, and by 1983, they divorced. Ted poured himself into his career, moving from law to investment banking. In 1984, he joined KKR, a rising private equity firm, and played a key role in the $31 billion leveraged buyout of RJR Nabisco, a high-profile deal later chronicled in Barbarians at the Gate. He gained wealth, status, and a reputation as a sharp, fast-thinking dealmaker. After leaving KKR, Ted launched his own ventures, including Big Flower Press and Chancery Lane Capital. In 1984, a routine apartment viewing changed his life when he met Jean Rosa. She was younger, artistic, and immediately captivating. They quickly formed a bond, moving in together within a month. After a brief breakup, Ted realized he couldn't let her go and proposed. They married in 1986. Jean Rosa had a turbulent childhood. Born in California, her mother, Mary, was unpredictable and self-focused. Jean Rosa never knew her biological father and was shuffled between relatives after her. Mother died when she was 10. She grew up strong-willed, ambitious, and determined to succeed. Her talents in art and design flourished in New York, and she eventually built a life alongside Ted, embracing the city's cultural scene and hosting elegant gatherings. The couple eventually adopted twins, Greg and Alexa, from Ukraine in 1992, and Ted's ventures brought the family wealth and comfort. But behind closed doors, tensions simmered. Generosa's temper and jealousy often caused conflicts, and she closely monitored Ted's actions. By the late 1990s, the marriage had grown toxic. In 1999, the family moved to Surrey, England, but the distance did little to ease the strain. Generosa's suspicions intensified, especially when she discovered a divorce lawyer's invoice. She accused Ted of infidelity and soon filed for divorce in 2000, demanding half his fortune. Despite generous settlements and child support, she remained unsatisfied. During renovations on a Manhattan townhouse, she met Daniel Pelosi, a contractor with a troubled past. Ted distrusted him, fearing for his children, while Jean Rosa openly flaunted her relationship with Daniel. Conflict escalated. Ted limited support payments and revealed his true net worth, while Generosa's demands continued. On October 20th, 2001, tragedy struck. Ted was found murdered in his East Hampton home. The house showed no signs of forced entry, suggesting the killer was familiar with the property. Jean Rosa inherited Ted's fortune and married Daniel just 3 months later. Suspicion immediately fell on the couple. Witnesses recalled Jean Rosa suggesting Ted deserved to die and Daniel, boasting about harming him, though no physical evidence tied Daniel to the crime. Witness testimony led to his conviction. Jean Rosa, meanwhile, faced her own battles, including advanced breast cancer. She refused to cooperate with prosecutors and died in May 2003. Before Daniel's sentencing, Daniel was convicted in 2005 and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. Custody of the twins went to Ted's sister, Sandra Williams, who provided a stable home for Greg and Alexa. Years later, the siblings revisited their past, co-producing the documentary 59 Middle Lane, reflecting on their father, their mother, and the events that had shaped their lives. Greg pursued filmmaking, while Alexa led a more private life. Both carry the memory of their father as a steady, kind presence, tempered by the complexities of their mother's legacy and the tragedy that forever marked their family.